Hello everyone. Today let's look at another LeetCode problem, 424, which is longest repeating character replacement. Okay, you are given a string s and integer, string s, integer k. You can choose any character of the string and change it to any other uppercase English character. You can perform this operation at most k times. Return the length of the longest substring containing the same letter you can get after performing the above operation. Okay, so we are given string s, integer k. Choose any character of the string and change it to any other character. Alright, so we are given string s and integer k. You would like to find the longest substring. With the same character. I guess I can say something like except k. Okay. I think this should be the problem that we have. I can understand the problem now. Let's look at some examples. First one is A, B, A, B. The longest is we can take off. Then we can change to. So both A to B or both B to A. Does it work? Second example. A, B, A, B, B, A. Let's see. I think we can choose the middle one so that we can have 5, 4. Sorry, it's AAB, ABBA. So AAB, AABA. Yeah, so that gives us 4. Yep. So there are two alternatives. Replace the one A in the middle of B, A, A, B, 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 A, or A substring B, 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 B as the longest number, which is 4, to make this answer with the answer. Okay, so I would like to clarify a few questions. One is the length of S. Is it valid? And here it says it's between 1 to 10 to the power of 5. And then S is all uppercase letter, so S is uppercase only. And then how about what should I say? Another question is, do I need to know the range of k? I think it's not that important. Although here it's given as the constraint. Okay, so I think I understand the problem now. Let me think of some possible approaches. I think we can go through the array. I guess we can use a 2-pointer here. I think we can use a 2-pointer here. First one is for the left one, the start of the substring. Then we can use the right pointer to indicate the end of the substring. What we can do here is that if we want to take the current character, then how many of the substrings so far? How many characters we have so far? given that there can only be at most k different characters and k number of characters, which is different from the majority. I think that's another way of framing the question. Let me think of some possible approaches here. Okay, off the top of my head, I think this is just a extension problem of the LeetCode questions where we have to come up with the maximum unique substring, the maximum length of a substring with unique characters. But here, we want the minority to be just at most k. Let's see how we can do this. I'd like to just go through the examples that we have. So for the first one, we have A, B, A, B. I guess when we get to the first one, we have the majority is A. So first of all, let's count it. A, B, 1, 1, then 2, 1. So here we have k equals 2, so we could just modify both of them to be the same. And then at the end we have 2, 2. So when we have 2, 2, we could change it. Okay, I think got some idea here. So let's see how we could solve the second example there. Okay. So the second example, we have A, B, A, B, B, A. And we count the A and B, 1, 2. Then there is 1, we can ignore that. And we have 3. 3 is still fine. But as soon as we get to the next B, we have to move forward. So we decrease the count into there is just 1 B. So let's see. So 4. No, it's not even 4 anymore. Let's see. Just 1. 1, 2. Because we see that there is only one A, so we just modify the A. Here we would have 1, then 2. So the longest one here that we could see is 3. So 4, 3, then 1 is 1. So 4 and 4. Okay. So sounds like this solution can work. Does this sound reasonable to you? The resting answer proceed with coding. Alright. So first of all, I'm gonna use a dictionary count, and don't forget to use import default tick. So count is default tick or integer. Then you're gonna go through all the strings. Oh, by the way, this algorithm will take us how many is it? Oh, 26 n, I think, which is just on time, because we are going through the string just once, and that would be enough. So what we do here, so what we can do after this is that we can look through all the character, then we add the count, but before that we need to check whether we have counted the maximum there, but I think the order doesn't matter here. So the count of s of I plus equals 1, and then what we can do is find out the maximum then we need another for loop. So let's say for C, okay, the time is may not be 26, but anyway, I think it's just on. So for C in count, I'm curious whether in Python I can use the max. Python max. Okay, so we can use the key. What I'm saying is that in Python you can do say max of char equals max of count key equals lambda. Key is a count. Okay. Yeah. So this will return the character with the maximum, but that is not always the same. Hold on, let me think for a moment. And okay, so interesting problem here. I think what we can do is we could keep on decreasing until the difference between actually yeah, so so the mixture, then we could get count of mixture equals count of mixture. Okay. And then the current size is substring size. Okay, I'm gonna call it substring size equals sum of count the value. So we count how many characters in our substring, and then we'll find how many do we need to drop. And so this would be substring size minus substring size minus count of mixture. Okay, I got it now. Okay, okay, I think got it. Right, here it is. So Instead of doing all this, we could just have a while loop while sum of all the count, meaning that the substring size. Can I use the left and right instead? Yeah, I think so. So right minus left plus 1, while left minus left plus 1 minus the max of the count values. Well, this is larger than k, I like to use a less than um, less than symbol than greater than, so sorry about that. Okay, then I will try to decrease the count for the left one. So count of S of L minus 1 left plus equals 1. Then we would have the max equals max of make I think I will rename the I as R so that it represents the right pointer. Then the length would be R minus L plus 1. Then the maximum. Okay, let's go through the example. A, B, A, B, A1, B1. Then the A becomes 2. Then we will have K becomes, now we have one character. Let me just call it an outlier. We have one outlier. And then we encounter P. Then that would be a second outlier, but then it's still within K, so it's fine. The second example, we have A, B. Then we have found one outlier. The next one is A, which is fine because so far we have only one outlier. And then we have P. If we add the P, then we would have two outliers, which we don't want. So we keep on decreasing our substring until we have AB, which is 1, 1. Then B again. I think this should work. B, A, B, 1, 1, 2, and then we increase by A again. But we will have 2, so okay, I think so work. Let me try to put it into the code. Say we have one collections import default dict, then count equals default dict of int, and for r in range length of s, count of s of I is equals 1. Then I'm gonna check whether we have exceeded the k. Then this would be r minus l. No, this is actually the length, right? Substring size. Call it wait, where is my l? And it's starting from 0. Total. Okay, I'm gonna call it total. And k less than total minus max of count values. So what is the majority there in the count? And now while still exceeded, I'm gonna move the left to the right. Count now is L minus equals 1. Then the left side I increase it by 1. Then max of main comma total. Okay, forgot to update the total. Alright. Let's try to don't forget to return the solution. Okay, so let's try to run it. Hopefully we get it right. No, we got a runtime error. Cannot accept anywhere and okay, we forget to initialize it to 0. Let's set that. Let's try to submit it. I think it should be correct, but it's pretty slow, I guess, because we are on that second jump over there. So let's see other people example to see how they implement. That is quite simple. But this one looks like it's the same as mine. Okay, I guess I'm just unlucky then. Let's have a look at some more. Yes, this more or less the same as what I did, except that my default did may be slower, I guess. Well, this one doesn't even import the default dict. And this one seems to not use the while loop. So how does it do that? For right is x plus 1 larger than most frequency is frequency of right, else then what is the swap here? Swap is minus 1 frequency of S1 minus 1 left plus 1 so equals 0. Oh, that's strange. A bit confusing. So the swap starts at K. If it exceeds the most frequent, if it not, then I see what's doing. So it's using the most frequency character as the majority. So either if we increase the non-maximum character, then we are basically found the outlier. And to decrease the outlier, you're gonna remove the left pointer. So okay, see what's doing here. Most frequent plus K minus swap. Why don't it needs a while swap is less than 0 there? Because it's only removing one of them. But what if it removed the majority then? How does it know that left is not a majority? Um, hmm. Well, how does this work? But the left, the S of left, it could be the majority. Why not? Hmm. Let me think a bit about this. So it creates a frequency table, just like me, most frequent character is 0, left starts 0, swap starts at K, frequency of right plus 1, and frequency of right more than that. Then we use the frequency, so keep on increasing uh, the most frequency character. If it is not, then it is one of the outlier, meaning that we need to decrease the swaps because we have used it. Then if swap is already less than 0, the frequency of the left one, we decrease it by 1, so we drop the leftmost uh, character. But then how does it know if we don't need to drop it more than 1? Okay, thank God. So the frequency of the left one is decreased by 1. I cannot get why it's doing this all. The problem is, how does it know that it will work with just one follow? That is quite interesting. How does it know the left one should be dropped? It could be we are dropping the majority. Like, oh, no, no way. We drop the majority. Oh, okay, I think we got it. So the most frequency character is actually the max frequency. So if the current frequency is larger, then it automatically becomes the maximum. But if it is not, then we decrease the swap. If swap is less than 0, it means that we need to start dropping. Okay. Hmm. Can't believe this got which is the right answer. Because everyone else is using while. And then there is this guy. It says one if. Oh, I then got it. So if we either decrease the maximum one, then that still doesn't make sense. Let's say we have 4A and 3A and 6B. And then K is 2. Okay, let me come up with an example here. Example 3. Let's say we have B, 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 and then we have A, A. Okay, just this. So A and B, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So in here we have 5 minus next count is 3, so we get 2. 2 is larger than 1. Can we decrease the count of the left by -1? The left moves to the right, so that gives us B, B, A, A. It's not a valid example. Right. Yeah, we could get 4. But this is not valid. I think this is this, it just keeps on moving on. Let's see. Okay. So it will not update the. Okay, I think that sounds reasonable. Yeah. So if we have got 4, then there's no point to decrease it. Okay, makes sense. It's just a bit tricky there to come up with the most optimized version. Anyway, thank you everyone.